And then you see a black hole in the middle of the sky, like we back with another one. Actually, Monsters We Make Chapter 9 is out right. I forgot I gotta speak in the mic. So Monsters We Make is back with Chapter 9 out. What is Monsters We Make? It's been about 6 months. I'm gonna give you a quick this in my weight. It's been 6 months since the last volume. I know it's been that long. It's Corey's manga. If you don't want to call it a manga, graphic novel, whatever, don't matter. You read from right to left. He released volume 1, like I said, about 6 months ago. It contained 8 chapters, and Corey released a video today, June 2nd, letting us know, hey, new content, but also we changing up the release schedule. So instead of waiting for a volume, he's not going to release a chapter every Monday, call it Monsters We Make Monday, similar to Spooky Scary Sundays that he's never on time for. Missed the series, by the way. So yeah, every Monday he's going to release new chapter. Well, not every Monday. Every 3 Mondays he's going to release a new chapter. The 4th Monday is not going to be a new chapter, but you might see some new content just so we can have something and it's ongoing and it keeps the conversation going. It keeps the mind share here. It's a great idea. There's pros and cons to it in my opinion, but honestly, I'll take that than waiting 6 months for something. You know, reading something weekly, you'd be like, ah, man, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. But it's better than waiting 6 months, like I said. So more proud of Corey. Thank you for the content. I appreciate it. If I'm gonna like it or love it, I'm gonna be here reading it regardless. So yeah, like I said, 6 months. Long time. Probably forgot the story. So I'm gonna give you a quick recap. Also, check the timestamps. I think I'm posting this on my new channel. Timestamps down below in the description. Recap. Welcome to New Eden. New Eden is the setting of the story. It's the city. It might be the last city. It's the city where the main story takes place. Apparently 17 years ago, there's this event that happened. They called it the Eternal Night. It lasted 2 weeks. It was complete darkness, but Sonata restored the light. But everything they knew changed. Everything's different now. Literally monsters serving you for locos. There's a cast of characters. Jabari, the main character. Alicent, she's kind of like the hothead. Han, he's the tech guy. September, she's kind of like the ground down to earth character, kind of to keep Jabari, you know, from making too many brash decisions, because he's a very emotional character. He wears his emotions on his sleeve and he's ready to just go, and she's kind of there to kind of like hold him down, you know what I'm saying, like, hey man, you might want to just chill out, you know. And then there's the cool Liam. He's meant to be cool. Something's gonna happen to him. That's not a spoiler. I just think something's gonna happen. Anyway, they all go to the school called New Eden Academy. Think My Hero Academia. It's a school, but low-key got superpower humans in there. These characters, they all can access their powers, and there's gonna be other characters as well that can access their powers. Their powers is tied to their persona. For example, Jabari, he likes to listen to music, and his powers pretty much uses sound. He could take away sound and kind of like amplify it and use it as like a freaking, I don't want to say Kamehameha. So yeah, these characters, they form a team. They kind of like don't really mesh that well at first. Obviously, they're like a new freaking team, but blah, blah, blah. Sonata, this huge freaking corporation is shady, and you got the gist of it. And to kind of summarize, like I made a video on it on my other channel, but to kind of summarize how I felt about volume 1, it's given like a battle shonen. You know, you got the teenage characters that got superpowers, and there's a lot. It's dark as well though, like literally first freaking panels of somebody with half a body dead. And you can kind of see where some of the story is going, as far as like, it's called Monsters We Make, and a lot of the people that are monsters, they stem from like trauma, and the trauma is stuff that we cause to other people. And I read an opinion about like, oh, it's just like your regular battle shonen or whatever, and it kind of is, but this is like the first volume. But I think it can still be different in the sense that it can make you think about certain situations in life, because it's very intertwined with things that you experience in America in a sense, and it kind of makes you look at not just one side, but you can look at both sides, and also may even make you think, dang, I'm in this situation right now, or I'm close, or I know somebody in this situation, and it could bring a better understanding. My light just straight up cut off, bro. I got this charging, don't I? Anywho, it can make you think about your life, the choices you make, because in a sense we do make monsters, especially parents. So now we're here with chapter 9. It's talking about something that happened 17 years ago, part 1. We're gonna have a non-spoilers and the spoilers. Chapter 9 is free, but I still like to keep it spoiler free for as much as I can, but then, you know what I'm saying, I want to get to the details. So non-spoilers first. Like I said, check the description. Overall, it's a good chapter. It takes you, like the title, it takes you 17 years ago, 17 years back. If you think back to the beginning of what I said, 17 years this thing happened, and you know, like this big event. So this is probably the start of the event, which it goes over. But I think overall it's a good chapter. The art is good. There's some things you can pick up on if you pay attention to it. You see a certain situation between these two characters that we are introduced to. There's a conflict between them. For those of you that are of age, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to look at, like, or if you watch drama, you've seen a situation before. Some stuff go down, and you know, this is part 1, so we gotta wait till next Monday for part 2. But it's great because it kicks off your Monday. So shout out to Corey for that too, man. Like, I like starting off my Mondays with some content. Thank you. What about Spooky Scary Sundays? So that's where the non-spoilers stop. It's time to get into the details. I'm gonna go and show the manga. So yeah, we got this guy. We never met him before. Just some random dude giving a presentation. Apparently he created this thing for Sonata. I'm like, okay, got it. When I first read through, I like to kind of read and then come back and read it again to kind of get the details. So I went and blew through this. The situation, you know, if you go through it, you'll see that he's married with 2 kids, but they're getting a divorce or something like that. Like tomorrow, it's like they just know, like, hey, this is the last family vacation. Like tomorrow, you gonna be a whole nother person. So I think his wife know a little bit what's going on, more than what we do. This presentation, this thing is gonna cause him to, you know, not be able to be loyal with his wife anymore, or apparently, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, I'll get into that later. But essentially, yeah, they do this presentation. It was so good. They got the day off. They went to the beach. They started arguing and stuff. Like, hey man, like, this is our last vacation. You hate me, bro. But like, bro, no, I actually do hate you. I'll never love you like I love this other girl. Like, bro, why would you say that? I mean, like, this is a situation that happens in real life, bro. Dudes be tripping sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you. Why would you say that? Look, this is well warranted, okay? And these kids are, and it's so, bro, I'm a father too as well. I got 2 daughters, and this is the way they're acting in this manga. Shout out to Corey and his team. This is legitimate. Like, they know what's going on with you, and they pay so much attention to you, and you don't really notice it. You know what I'm saying? You could really like mess up, and your kids sit there and they'll learn from you. And then this event happened, or the daughter's like, what the freak is that? And they see this giant hole. It looks like it's sucking in something. Like, it's like, oh, like that, it's a black hole, bro. Cause she was over here like, bro, look at this. She's like, huh? What's that? And I'm like, what do you mean, huh? What's that? She just still looking at it, pointing. What's wrong with the sky, bro? Look at this. What do you mean, bro? I mean, yeah, some kids might just sit there and do that. My girls, they hauling, bro. They tell me they see a little fly and they sprinting towards me. So my kids see this, bro, they hauling ass. Long story short, they ended up passing away. We don't see the girl die. We do see him get trampled, and she's losing it. So in this moment, he's just kind of like, the dad is just frozen, right? He's just like, yo, what's going on? And to him, I can kind of see why he's frozen, because he's getting all these messages. He's getting all these messages, state of emergency, bro. And then he got his nagging wife. You just don't want me. You don't want me. And he just like, bro, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got man brain right now, bro. And then you see a black hole in the middle of the sky, like, I'm gonna be like blood too, bro. But nah, for my kids, I'm hauling ass. I'm going for my kids. But no, I can understand why he was kind of like just sitting there. But they ended up passing away. And in the midst of this, I'm thinking as a man, I know what he going through. I'm like, dog, there's so much going on right now. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking he gonna turn up and turn to a monster because they also like this black sky. You know, I thought it was sucking in stuff, but it's actually pushing stuff out. It's like, blah. He's like, what the freak? What is going on? And he's like, what? He's like, what? It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh, snap. And then he gets killed. Yeah, that's sad. I'm sorry. I don't want to think about that. They're gonna make me cry. But yeah, so I'm thinking like he gonna turn into a monster, but in hindsight, I thought, wait, hold up, bro, right here, bro. Who made him, bro? Why he looking like that, dog? Why he looking like that, bro? Nah, that's just funny to me. I don't know how this is gonna come off in an anime, because sometimes when you see something visually that's like animation or even like in a movie, like the tone, because you could tell like the tone is a little goofy sometimes, and then it's turned straight to darkness. So it's kind of like that could intervene with like emotion and being able to consume the content effectively. So I don't know how the anime is gonna go, but right now the manga could be like really goofy, like the kids sprinting, you know what I'm saying, dudes getting stepped on, but then you see blood right here, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's like something sad is really going on, but why is he looking like that? I'm gonna go ahead and go into like some things that I noticed here in this scene. They were saying that the prototype needs work. They were going to test tomorrow, which is the beach day, but he got the day off. For some reason, he got the day off, but they still tested anyway, because that's why, you know, the catastrophe is happening. And that's why he's like, bro, they supposed to put this off. What's going on? Well, they're testing it anyway. So this is kind of foreshadowing, which is great. Great storytelling. If you paid attention, you can get that immediately. Another thing I caught was like, there's this little circle right here. And it's almost as if like stuff is already going down low key with Sanada. Wow, he just got to the beach, bro. It's morning time, bro. They're like, test this now. So this, I feel like, because the sun is here, like what is that, right? So I'm thinking like, yeah, they already was testing it. So another little bit of foreshadowing there too. And like I said, I feel like this is Veronica, and reason why I think this is his girl or mistress is because, I mean, he's giving his presentation, but when you look at this, Project Anima reveals humanity's true potential. So I'm thinking maybe he was creating something that will increase your potential, make you better, but you will need to share that love with somebody, right? You see these two people and you see this up arrow, meaning you upgrade when you're together, and this device, whatever it is what keeps, like, increases your ability, both of your abilities, and make y'all just better humans. Pretty much you assimilate. And in order for him to even come up with this, he probably was using Veronica to create this thing, and that's why he fell in love with her. And then later in the chapter, he's like, I will never love you as much as I love her. Like, why would you say it? It's just crazy. Anyways, like a little bit more foreshadowing. If you pay attention, I think that's what they were trying to create. Now, I don't think we have more information for this to go further. Hey, shout out to the waves though. Shout out to the waves, bro. Fresh. Yeah, I don't think we have more information to go on as far as what caused this. The only thing we do have is the scripture right here, Matthew 4:16. And essentially what this is saying is that Jesus brought light to these people. So when you think about it, together we'll make light. He's saying together we'll make light. And that was his phrase for his presentation, the thing he created. So maybe he was trying to create light and mimic Jesus. And when you try to do that, you actually end up having the opposite effect. That's what I'm thinking was going on here. But at the same time, it could be none of that. And it just wasn't ready, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was like, let's just do it. corporations do like to put deadlines on things, and if it's unfinished, release it anyway. Just look at video games. Another thing I like to point out. So this place is called New Eden, similar to Garden of Eden. Who was in the Garden of Eden? Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve come together to be one and be better, right? And well, not better, but they ate the apple. They ate the forbidden fruit, but they were meant to be like, they were literally a part of each other. Somehow, this is playing with this. Adam and Eve together, Garden of Eden, New Eden. They try to make people become one here. They're to get this together thing. I'm thinking it all plays a part into the story. So that's my bit of speculation there. I'm 100% sure this is a play on like Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve coming together. But in turn though, him creating this thing was what, to go back to what I was alluding to earlier, his wife is actually going to be the one that turned into a monster. And if they don't show this in part 2, you're probably going to meet her later in the story. And she's probably going to be like the biggest monster. And he might be, I don't know, Liam's dad, bro. I don't know, bro. Might be. Veronica got black hair. He got black hair. Liam got black hair. But anyways, that's the chapter review. I kind of went kind of long, probably. I'm just yapping, bro. But overall, solid chapter. The art is good. I love a little bit of world building, flashback, get to see some more things, and then like a little bit of like tidbits about like what to expect from the story. I blame Attack on Titan, honestly, for me to just kind of pick out a lot of little things, and it might ruin the story for other people. Because like the best thing about Attack on Titan was like, dang, I can go back and just read and see all the foreshadowing. But no, foreshadowing is good. It's really good. And if you got a keen eye, you could, God dang it, there's again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna review every chapter. It depends on how much content is there for it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Shout out to all of you. Woo! Till next time. Peace.